Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the Review Theater. Now, Thanksgiving time has finally arrived, but what movie to do for Thanksgiving? I mean, there's not many Thanksgiving specials or Thanksgiving essential classics per se, so I had to think hard about this one. What should I do? Maybe I should do one of my favorite movies, considering the month of my birthday, or maybe some of my favorite Mystery Science Theater episodes, considering their Turkey Day Marathon has become a tradition to many. But speaking of Mystery Science Theater, that reminds me. Turkey is another word used to refer to a bad movie. So what the hell? If this show is made to honor movies, I guess doing a bad movie once in a while won't hurt. But what movie to do? Well, considering I haven't done a new movie yet, I guess I should go for a movie from this year. And, considering I haven't done a comedy yet, I thought I might go for... Get ready for this. Pixels. Oh god. It's considered to be one of the worst movies of this year. But is it as bad as everyone says? Well, let's find out. But first, gotta go to my room because making a review here makes me strangely uncomfortable. That's much better. Well, without any further ado, let's get into Pixels. Okay, so the movie starts off pretty good actually. We get a montage accompanied with some awesome 80s music, where we meet Adam Sandler, Kevin James, and Josh Gad's characters. But then, things take a change for the worse. So we had one of the movie's first jokes. Now, when you're making a comedy, you have to make sure that your first joke represents the tone, style, and of course, comedic level of your film. So, what's the joke this movie offers us? What? That's a joke? Yeah. An old lady holding a bottle of Yoo-hoo. Well, saying Yoo-hoo. Oh god, I want to kill myself. We're introduced to Peter Dinklage's character, Eddie, aka Fire Blaster. We see both him and Brenner compete at a video game tournament. And again, we get a pretty good montage. Maybe this movie has a chance at redemption after all. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that apparently the footage of the championship is going to be sent out to outer space to make contact with aliens. I couldn't make this up if I tried. But a movie about a fridge that comes from outer space that can take you to different dimensions, and that's a different story. But in all honesty, I can give it a pass. We then cut to present day where we see Brenner and Cooper talking in a bar.
The president can't leave.
He's the president of America. Yeah, Kevin James, aka Paul Blart, is the president of the United States. What the hell were you thinking? Who thought casting Kevin James as the goddamn president of the United States of America was a good idea? But whatever, we're only about 5 minutes into this movie. I'm sure there's still a chance of it being a perfectly decent film.
Hello, I am a nerd from the Nerd Brigade, here to nerd out on all your audio and visual needs.
Okay, movie, you got one laugh, but I still hate you.
So, what am I installing?
A new 85-inch 4K 3D TV, PlayStation 4, 7.1 surround sound speakers. Really, if you guys sell it, we've probably bought it.
What the hell, movie? What kind of kid speaks like that? Wow, I can already tell this movie wasn't made by out-of-touch middle-aged Hollywood executives. Anyways, Brenner basically is here to install the new TV and PS4. Then the kid's mom shows up. She also happens to be attractive. What a coincidence.
You were going to be like one of those hot when we first met in high school, but then let herself go and got a pot belly, turkey neck with the hairy chin, but clearly that's not the case, so more like, whoa, I should have brushed my teeth before I left the house this morning. Or studio apartment if we're getting real here.
Just stop. Don't.
What are you guys talking about?
Video games.
Boys, am I right? So the military gets attacked by aliens that just so happen to look like 80s video game characters.
Somebody's more important. Freddy, can you keep the riffraff out of here?
Jesus Christ, just shut the hell up. Anyway, Brent tells them that the aliens seen attacking in the video are the aliens from Galaga. But of course, nobody believes him. And then, out of nowhere, Ludlow, and yes, that's his real name, pops up and shows Brent this.
A little bit differently. You want to know how I know that? If She Was Real, a book written and illustrated by Ludlow Lamonsoff.
Oh boy.
But hey, it's wacky, so it makes it perfectly okay. Well, then he basically tells us the reason why the aliens are attacking. Afterwards, we got an arm montage, this time of Brent training the soldiers, which I'll admit isn't half bad. We then have our first battle, Centipede. And while not fantastic, it was still pretty entertaining. Plus, it had some 80s pop music, which is always a good thing. So anyways, turns out he's been in jail, for reasons this movie will never explain. Now, Peter Dinklage is probably the best part of this movie. He might not make it any funnier, but hey, at least he's having fun with the role. Well anyway, they're off to fight Pac Man, along with its creator, Toru Iwatani. Another chase ensues, and it's okay, just okay.
I happen to know what several of those big words meant. I drank a few cold sanguines on my last trip to Mexico.
Fight on that,
Yep, our government, everybody. What's that? The protagonist in an Adam Sandler movie gets together with a beautiful woman. Why? I've never seen that before. Really bringing out the big guns, Adam. Really doing it, you know. Really bringing it out. Yep. Really doing it. Really bringing out the big guns. Really.
I didn't progress.
For super speed, you're a cheater.
So what? I used cheat codes back in the day to help me dominate. So I figured why not use it for the big show?
How? You know what? I'm not even going to bother anymore. And Smurf is represented as a video game because... No. Anyway, Brenner and the rest of the crew get a chance to go to the spaceship. But meanwhile... No. We then get the final battle against Donkey Kong, which again, is okay. But sadly, and I use that with the biggest of quotes, Lady Lisa dies and Ludlow is upset. But then Cubert, the trophy, decides to do this.
Cubert, what is it?
Oh, screw off, movie. Oh, thank God, the movie's over. Well, that was Pixels. Let's just get this over with. Please don't do that again. Ever. And cue crappy pop song. So, that was Adam Sandler's Pixels. So, how was it? Okay, first off, just like in the Manners review, I'm going to divide the final verdict into sections, pros and cons. Though I've given Pixels a lot of hate, I do have to give it credit where credit is due. First off, while not amazing, the effects are pretty good, and some of the action sequences can be fun at times. There's some interesting things going on, and Peter Dinklage gave it his all, making for an amusing performance. The characters are cliched, all of the subplots are boring, none of the actors give a crap, the so-called jokes are cringe-worthy, it has way too many plot holes, it has horrible morals, and the saddest of all, it's a huge waste of potential. Overall, Pixels is a bland, annoying, and frustratingly boring mess of a movie that had a lot of potential but was thrown all away just for the sake of making more money. It's a perfect example of everything wrong with a comedy nowadays, more specifically Adam Sandler comedies. But hopefully, one day Sandler will finally get back to making good movies. Well, until then, this has been the Review Theater, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.